that in mind, let's go through some players that you think, Tony, could be spotlighted as second, third, fourth, fifth round guys that could do really well that we're not talking about. Let's start with Shakur Brown, the cornerback out of Michigan State.
I have him as a fourth rounder right now. 5 interceptions last year in the shortened Big Ten season. 4 pass breakups. A guy that's shown terrific progress in his game year after year, the past 3 years at Michigan State. He's got outstanding ball skills. He's got a knack for knowing what's happening when the ball is in the air. Terrific cover skills. The problem with Brown is 5'9.5", 185 pounds, ran a 4.61 at his pro day. So he's going to slide down draft boards. But the fact is this. You look at his ball skills, you look at that, his instincts, the fact that he does give it up against the run. I think this is a guy that's going to be selected in the 4th round, a Buster Screen type, if you will, have a productive career at the next level as a nickelback, special teams player. Shakur Brown is a real good football player. He's just not a good athlete, but I think he's going to do very well. He's going to be one of these guys who go in day 3 of the draft, 2 or 3 years down the road. People wonder why he's not a day 2 pick.
Yeah, keep this in mind. In 7 games as a redshirt junior last year, had 5 of the team's interceptions, led the FBS with an average of just under 1 pick per game, 0.71. He was first team all Big Ten. And by the way, Brown has the best chance of keeping Michigan State's streak alive. The Spartans have had at least 1 player selected in each of the last 80 NFL drafts, the 3rd longest active streak behind Michigan and USC, who both have had a player in the previous 82 drafts. All right, the next guy up that you need to be focused on that's not, a quarterback or Pitts or Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell in the 1st round, safety Derek Forrest out of Cincinnati.
Terrific player. Played more between the numbers at safety, played more downhill, but he's athletic. He's a guy who 5'11", 197 pounds at his pro day, ran surprisingly fast at 4.43. Doesn't show that speed on the field. So you got to coach him to play that at 4.43. But if you watch Cincinnati film, all you see is number 5, Derek Foster, around the ball all the time, making positive plays against the pass, defending the run. I think he's got special teams ability at the next level. So I think he's really, a 3-way player in that sense. Someone who, 5th round right now, could even go a little bit later. I absolutely think he's not only going to make a roster next year, but will be productive right off the bat.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Again, 3-year starter for the Bearcats, 200 tackles, 12 passes defended, 6 interceptions, 4.5 tackles for loss in 49 career games. The next guy is very interesting.
Yep.
Tackled Josh Ball out of Marshall. Began his collegiate career at Florida State, where he was a starting left tackle as a redshirt freshman, but had all kinds of issues. His former girlfriend reported 2 incidents of alleged battery to Tallahassee police in September of 2017. State's Attorney General's office declined to press charges. Ball and his former girlfriend did come to a resolution, but then he moved on to Marshall. So this guy's going to come into the draft with baggage, but he can play.
He absolutely can. I mean, if you watch the film last year from when he moved into the starting lineup in 2020 on a full-time basis at left tackle, you're looking at a second-day talent on the field. He's a big, tall guy at 6'7", just over 300 pounds. He plays with exceptional knee bend. He's strong. He's nasty, but he also uses angles well, uses good body positioning. Really a terrific pass protector who can also run block. The off-the-field issues are going to scare away some teams. I know they have already scared away some teams, but this seems to be an issue where it was one time, I don't want to say one time, but between him and his ex-girlfriend, if it stays that way and you draft Josh Ball on day 3, you could potentially have yourself a starting left tackle at the next level. Some teams have already removed them from the boards, but still, if you take him and he keeps clean, he stays on a straight and narrow, which he has for the past 2 years, to his credit. You gotta say that. I mean, you got a guy that's playing great football in 2020, has got a huge upside, and I think someone who can start quickly in the NFL.
Yeah, it's just something that you have to factor into the decision making. There's no question about it. Next up, Ernest Brown, the 4th out of Northwestern.
Pass rusher out of Northwestern, 18 and a half career tackles for loss, 7 sacks. Also has broken up 9 passes. So it tells you something about his athleticism. 6'4.5", 270 pounds, has had some injury issues at Northwestern, but he's got growth potential. He's got decent size. You watch him play, he's very athletic on the field. can bend off the edge, can quickly get upfield, flatten and pursue. Also can drop off the line of scrimmage on zone blitzes. So he's got that sort of athletic versatility, which he's shown the past 2 years. If he stays healthy and continues to just physically mature, Brown is a guy who I think will eventually start off as a designated pass rusher and then could eventually develop into a starter. You get that type of defensive lineman in the 6th round, that's gold.
And then we'll finish this up with a potential 7th rounder or potential undrafted free agent, Marlon Williams, the wide receiver out of Central Florida.
Uber productive. I mean, 51 catches for 717 yards in 2019. Bumped those numbers up to 71 receptions for 1,013 yards and 10 touchdowns last year. He's not the fast guy. He doesn't have the second gear, but he plays smart, reliable football. Knows how to separate from defenders, finds a soft spot in the defense, consistently makes himself an open receiver, and more importantly, he catches everything that's thrown to him. In a crowd, in the middle of the field, down the sidelines. Not a guy that's going to hit the home run for you because he doesn't have the deep speed, but still, 7th round free agent area, someone who I believe can be a productive number 5 or number 4 receiver at the next level. Again, just like Shakur Brown, not a great athlete, but a real good football player.
Well, to that point, the assistant coaches at UCF basically said he has incredible hands. It's really the strength and the softness of his hands at the same time. So strong and supple, very important. He grabs anything in the catch radius he has as he's coming down with the football. His strength is a problem for smaller defensive backs because even if they're in position, he can just go take the ball away for them. So those are just a few names to keep in mind. And again, over the last few years, if you want to go through picks in the 4th through 7th round, Dak Prescott taken in the 4th round by the Dallas Cowboys. Tyreek Hill taken in the 4th or 5th round by the Kansas City Chiefs.